Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Just before we get into this video, I do want to say that this is a very controversial and sensitive topic, and I wouldn't want to upset anybody with talking about things like this. I know many of us, we don't like to talk about death, and especially when it involves our loved ones. So please just bear that in mind before you continue to watch this video. There's not going to be any disturbing visuals, but I will be talking about just some of the facts behind assisted dying. So currently here in the United Kingdom, it is illegal to assist someone if they wish to pass away. It is prohibited because of the Suicide Act from 1961, and voluntary euthanasia is actually here in the United Kingdom classed as murder or manslaughter. If you do assist someone who wishes to die, you could actually get sentenced to a maximum of life in prison. A massive 82% of the public support assisted dying for those who are terminally ill, and 44% of people admitted that they would break the law in order to help a loved one in need if they wanted to pass away. There are a few different types of euthanasia: voluntary, non-voluntary, active, and passive. Voluntary euthanasia is when a person makes the very conscious decision to pass away and asks for help in order to do so. Non-voluntary is the complete opposite to voluntary euthanasia, of course, and that is usually where the patient is not able to give their permission to go ahead with treatment or cannot make the decision to end their life themselves, for example, if they are in a coma. Moving on now to active euthanasia. This is when someone, like a doctor for example, deliberately intervenes and gives high levels of sedatives needed to allow the patient to pass on. This is a deliberate intervention to end someone's life. Finally, we move on to passive euthanasia. And this is when treatment that could possibly be life-saving is rejected. But please bear in mind that there is a difference between active euthanasia and the act of taking away life-sustaining treatment with the person's best interests at heart. It is very important to mention that around 300 people who are terminally ill commit suicide, which is 7% of all suicides here in England. And those statistics were actually taken from, I believe it was 2015. Some of the countries which do currently have assisted dying legalised are Germany, California, Switzerland, the Netherlands, and there are definitely quite a few more to name on that list. Currently, in 2019, it was reported that a massive 90% of the UK wished that assisted dying was actually legalised. A survey was done by the campaign group My Death, My Decision, and results showed that 88% of the people who took part in the survey were in favour of dementia sufferers receiving help to end their lives if the patient themselves gave consent before losing their mental capacity. Previously, a survey done in 2015 showed that 82% of people supported assisted dying. This has been obviously a very ongoing, controversial topic for a very long time and has been put to Parliament previously to this, and it was rejected. Personally, I believe that if the law was to change here in the UK and assisted dying was to become legal, things would have to be done right. Rules and regulations would obviously need to be put in place before anything happens. And of course, this is something that really needs to be thought through well before we can make it legal. I do think that this could help many people who are in need. For many of us, the current law does not do those terminally ill justice. But what do you think on this situation? Do you think assisted dying should be legalised here in the United Kingdom? For me, this has always been a very interesting topic, although it is very controversial and very sensitive. This obviously involves people's lives. it is very interesting to hear different people's perspectives and different people's point of views. And do you actually think that assisted dying will ever become legal here in the UK? Of course, if anyone watching this does want any more information, there is so much on this, so much information on this on Google. Just a quick search will tell you everything that you need to know. The campaign groups, My Death, My Decision, and also another one as well, but I can't quite remember the name of it off the top of my head. So the two campaign groups that are trying to get assisted dying legalised, the links to their websites will be in the description box down below, along with a few other links that you may find useful for different people's perspectives as well, not just for assisted dying, but also against assisted dying, and why people think that assisted dying should not be legalised here in the UK. So with that, please, if you're going to comment in the comment section down below, be sensitive with your comments. Just know that obviously this is an extremely controversial and sensitive topic. All opinions are welcome, but please word it in just a nice, thought about way. Don't just blurt stuff out. This is people's lives that we are talking about here, of course, and we should treat this with respect, as it should be. So I hope that you enjoyed this video and thought it was useful, or you learned something or anything like that. If you did enjoy it, make sure to leave this video a like. If you liked this video and you want to hear more of stuff like this, I do a lot of things like this here on my channel. So if you are new here and you have not yet subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening, and I really hope to see you in my next video.